In only 21 years, Karizma Mebane left her mark on the world.
Family is now grieving the murder of another loved one after a deadly shooting in Durham. 21-year-old Karizma Mebane was shot and killed on Friday night.
"21-year-old Karizma Mebane was a sweet, loyal, and outgoing young woman who had her entire life ahead of her. She had a smile and genuine heart that instantly drew others to her. Karizma touched the lives of many. Sadly, her brother, whom she had an extremely close relationship with, lost his life to gun violence in 2020, hitting her, as well as her family, hard. Never could her family have imagined that they would soon be faced with another tragic and senseless loss. Around 8:55 p.m. on October 7th, Durham police responded to a Valero gas station at the corner of Hardy Street and Cheek Road for reports of a shooting. Upon arrival, they would find a young woman suffering from at least one gunshot wound.
You can take a look at the scene here from last night. This was on the 1900 block of Cheek Road. Police first responded to the scene at a Valero gas station on Hardy Street that was on Cheek Road. They found a 21-year-old woman who had been shot.
The victim was identified as 21-year-old Karizma Mebane, who was taken to a local hospital where she would sadly succumb to her injuries. An employee at the gas station said they heard roughly 20 shots fired in the parking lot. On the night of the shooting, police roped off the parking lot where there were at least 20 evidence markers near gas pumps. Based on the preliminary investigation, Karizma's murder does not appear to be random. Police also responded to another scene connected to the shooting about 6 blocks west at the Triangle Auto Wash on Avondale Drive, where they would locate a vehicle with the door open and several bullet holes. Police did not provide details on how the two incidents are connected. According to Durham police, so far this year there have been 34 homicides, plus 2 more that, in their words, were justifiable, compared to 39 homicides around this time last year. In the past, Durham police stated they are continuing to fight gun violence in the city with their crime area target team, conducting proactive tactics such as traffic stops, knock and talks, and increased patrols in certain high crime areas of the city. Her sister, who describes Karizma as a young girl who was just living her life at the time of her death, says the family is getting by with prayer and faith while cherishing the memories they have of her. Reflecting on the loss of both Karizma and her brother, she says they were both simply at the wrong place at the wrong time, stressing the importance of putting an end to gun violence.
In only 21 years, Karizma Mebane left her mark on the world. I spoke by phone with Shaniqua Spencer. She's Mebane's stepsister, but says they were so close, they just called themselves sisters.
Very genuine, the purest heart. No, she was out living her life. She's young. She was just enjoying life at the time.
Spencer says the family was still recovering from the loss of their brother, Tyreek Gaddis, who was murdered in Alamance County in 2020.
Situation where he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And now I have my sister Karizma taken due to gun violence. And I feel like the same situation. She was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She hopes to use her traumatic situation as a way to help others going through the same thing.
I feel like I'm here. I have a purpose in life. I am, as their sister, hoping to start a nonprofit group that helps people, because in my community, so many people have lost their loved ones to gun violence. It's everywhere. It's not just Durham. It's everywhere.
Within 24 hours of her senseless murder, Durham police announced the arrest of 2 brothers, 23-year-old Jaquez Reddick and 18-year-old Tracy Crawford.
They had arrested 2 people for her murder, 23-year-old Jaquez Reddick and 18-year-old Tracy Crawford. Court documents show neither of the men has a criminal history.
We have no idea who they are.
And court documents also show that the youngest suspect, who is only 18, is in the 10th grade and has a son of his own that he supports, just adding to this tragedy.
The parents of Reddick and Crawford asked that the 2 defendants be let out on bond since they did not have any prior convictions. He stated that he understood the severity of the case and that the family would make sure Reddick and Crawford stayed out of trouble. A judge decided to not set bond as the DA's office is still waiting for more information about the case. Both suspects are scheduled to appear in court for a hearing on October 31st. As of right now, a motive is unknown, and Durham police have no additional information on the case. The investigation is ongoing.